Somebody wake Tink Thomas up, y'all. Somebody go to his page right now and wake him up. I figured I'd wake you up a little bit, Rick. Rick Dickerson, Tink Thomas, got some hot stuff coming out, y'all, on Bandcamp. God. that's funky. Say what? Somebody wake T. Thomas up, y'all. Yo, Rick. Wake T. Thomas up. Good God. Wake T. Thomas up. Wake him up, Rick. Say what? Wake him up, Rick. Good God. Wake him up, Rick. Wake him up, Rick. Oh, shit. Hit him. Rick. Wake him up, Rick. One time. God. Wake him up, Rick. Wake him up. Oh, shit. Good God. Hit him. Y'all ain't ready for this. 2 times. Oh, yeah. 2 times. Hit him. One time. Say what? 2 times. 2 times for your mind. Oh, shit. Hit him. Good God. Say what? Hit him. Good God. That's some funky shit. They don't want what?
Y'all don't want no smoke from DjN10SE.
Oh, shit. Good God, for your mind. Hit him. Yeah. That sounds so, boy. If y'all knew what's going on in my head right now, with house and funky music, God. Come on, Roger. Come on, Zap. Hit him. Hit him. Good God. Come on, Tink. Boy, 2 times. Oh, shit. Boy.
And that sexy body girl. The ladies are talking about the talk that you talk, while the men are picking up the way you are. See, baby,
Yo, this is the ShowStopper, DjN10SE.
Yo. We got the one and only. First, I'm gonna give a shout out and thank God. Sexy Sauce is still with us, y'all. Yeah. She got some old sexiness to put on turntables, you know what I'm saying? Hitman. We got my girl. Sorry, Barry's on. Miss T. Teresa Hill. Check out the Teresa Hill show on Fridays. I believe it starts promptly at 8.
Why don't you go get some drinks from the bar?
By the track. Y'all hear this track right here?
While I drop this last rap.
Man, come on. She's the first to drop this track on her radio show.
She knows I got
My DJ Ho. Yep. She's dropping that new heat.
to Spain.
Hashtag buy the damn track, y'all. If you ain't got $1.99 or $2.99, you's a sorry ass piece of work.
I gotta go back home. Gotta go back home to Detroit. Cause you know you're my DJ Ho. From London to Brazil, you always there.
Rick Dickinson got a whole album, y'all. But I believe it's on Bandcamp right now. If you ain't got $5.99, $2.99, $8.99, because you take that and spend it on that nasty ass McDonald's,
Again,
something is wrong with you.
spend some time with you.
Support the DJs, y'all. Support our own DJs in the D.
Then back,
Let's ride. Let's rock.
then we go to room 333. Yeah, baby. You my DJ Ho. How many of y'all know what this track is? I was in 9th grade when this track came out. Teresa Hill, where you at? I might need your help on this one. What up, though, Steve? All the way from the UK. What up, though? Check this out. How many people know what this track is? I know y'all know what this track is. I was in the 9th grade when this record came out. Hitman. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Come on. What? God. Hit him, Eddie. Y'all don't know what this track is. Come on. Say what? Boy, Eddie Folks is a funky brother. Hitman. See? Come on. Man, come on. this track is. Boy, this a high school track right here, y'all.
On the downside, love can be a night all alone, staring at the telephone. On the downside, love can be a voice on the phone, telling you the feeling's gone. On the downside, but on the upside, love is happiness and tenderness. There's lots of hugging and kissing on the upside. Love is ecstasy, so handle me carefully and be sure to keep your loving on the upside. On the downside, love can be your pain and discover loving someone new. And just to change the tide, you might find somebody loving you. But on the outside, love is happiness and togetherness. There's lots of and on the upside, love is ecstasy. So have me carefully and be sure to keep your loving on the upside.
We got my boy Gerald Mitchell, the world-renowned Los Hermanos. Stay in the room, Los Hermanos. I got something for you.
The upside down, keep love on the up and up. Don't put the upside down, keep love on the up and up. Don't put the upside down, keep love on the up and up. Don't put the upside down, keep love on the up and up.
Watch this drum. Good God. Say what? Come on, snare. Come on, snare. Come on, snare. Double up, snare. Good God. Hit that. Oh, shit. Come on, snare. Double up, snare. Good God. Hit it. Say what? Oh, shit. Good God. Hit that. Come on, snare, double up. Yup. Yup. One more time, y'all. One more time. One more time for Los Hermanos, y'all. Say what? Oh, shit. Good God. Hit 'em. What? Los Hermanos, stick around. Los Hermanos, stick around. Don't go nowhere.
Sanitary socks, playing hopscotch in the middle of the block. Red Rover, send your ass over. I remember when Tag Your It was the shit. I remember dancing on the Bible boat, pop locking and doing the jits. I remember Martha Jean the Queen, that's Freddie looking smooth and clean. I remember Nat Morris and Wanda doing a snake on the scene. I remember when sugar is sugar and salt is salt. If you didn't get off, it's not our fault. I remember the prima donna, UBQ, the warehouse and the vault. I remember grown folks getting drunk and talking junk, playing spade, bit, whist, and tonk. I remember sweetest knits and glass heel shoes. I remember fish fries and pops playing the blues. I remember Stacey Adams and Ben Berts, crease Levi's and silk shirts. I remember Floods, Maxi Leather Network. I remember Gandalf and belts with snake skins. I remember when top tens were in. I remember Tony Down, F.A. all day, Sconey, girlfriend. Don't do that again, you might get shot. I remember when them track chasers were smoking hot. I remember the Giant Slide, Pablo Island, and Edgewater Park. I remember chilling with your girl on Bell Live after dark. I remember karate movies at the Fox, schoolcraft and breakdancing on a cardboard box. I remember sidewalk kangaroos, nanny goats, and jingle boots. I purpose. Derek May. I remember the jams they used to play at the institutes. I remember the birth of techno, yeah, I salute. I remember the underground resistance and Michael Banks. I remember Trenchtown and dance at the Shabba ranks. I remember Club 246, Bruce Bailey doing tricks with a hot ass mix. I remember when we first heard French Kiss. I remember Woodwork squeaks and out come the freaks. I remember the Wizard, Stacey Hill and Alan Esther at Cheeks. I remember when we used to party and party Friday nights at Agave. I remember Delano Smith, Norm Talley, Theo Parrish, and Carl Craig. Big bass, disco lights, and you had it made. I remember Ray Bone getting in the zone. I remember at your in the Holy Ghost. I remember Masons on JLB, Gary Chandler, Kelly Holmes, Vern Inglis, and Mike Huckabee. I remember Moody Man, Mike Clark, and Dave Spivey. I remember Piranha Head, Nervous Breakdown, Terry Dyer, all banging in the 313. I remember Linda Carter, Seth Carter, and DJ Mix, Mr. Rick Will Hype. I remember buying Eddie Folks tunes at Buy Rights. I remember going to Nicky's for a late night bite. Don Ellis and Mr. Funk feeling tight. I remember the shenanigans and the crescendos. I remember at Lola's dancing in the window.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
I am feeling free. I remember Calvin Floyd, Trey and Tree. I remember
Los Hermanos
ladies at half.
got so much shit out, y'all.
Motors like Will
I damn near bought their whole discography.
French and Darnell Small. I remember
This is my boy Sparrow on the vocals, y'all.
playing something new and hot. I remember Jack Your Body and One More Shots. I remember when the Black Orchid and the Brass Key was the spot. I remember Verner's
The Brass Key.
Pop. I remember the Big Four and
Cheeks.
Big Cops. I remember Charivari, Snobs.
Sorry, Vario.
I remember John Roca and the Stray Cats. I remember when the young boys wore top tiers and camp.
Los Hermanos got albums
Y'all remember that?
on Bandcamp.
Being on
Los Hermanos, put your link in the chat room
Lincoln,
so people can go get this track, man.
Plaza and the
That's no hating with me.
Remember
Put your link in the chat room.
getting down to that mode.
Good God.
I remember the Mercury, Americana, and Man on Man at Northland Mall. I remember the Masonic Temple.
This is the last track, y'all.
Polo Hall. I remember Coleman Young being smooth and debonair. I remember when Kwame was the hip hop mayor. I remember Palmer Park and the State Fair. I remember cause I was there. I remember y'all. Do you remember y'all? I remember y'all.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so very, very much. Thank y'all so very much. I really, really appreciate. I was on House Junkies earlier, but I wanted to give you guys an extra hour. You guys so much of deserving of a show. You guys are so deserving of everything. I try to give you guys 1,000,000% of everything in me. And you guys deserve it. I want to give a shout out to Shari Vari, Teresa Hill, Todd Johnson, Chauncey, Grant Gary, all the staff at Shari Vari. Thank you so much for putting me on. Thank you so very, very much. I love each and every one of them, y'all. They are serious about what they do. They mean what they do, and they are the best running thing in the world. Period. End of story. Los Hermanos. I met Gerald Mitchell back in, I want to say 2005. Gerald Mitchell is a beast on them keys and a beast on the turntables. This guy is a musical genius. Los Hermanos as a whole, as a conglomerate, as a team, brothers. These brothers here are out cold. And I bought, let me tell you something, Los Hermanos, don't go nowhere. I know you're still in the room. I have bought so much of your music. I don't know if y'all getting the notifications. I don't know if y'all getting my name or when I buy your tracks, but I have bought probably over $100 to $200 worth of your music. I kept buying it because every time I listen to one track, the one track would be better than the last track that I heard. So I'm a musician first. I'm a drummer, and I dib and dab into other instruments. So I know what I like, and you guys play what I like. Y'all about that funk. Y'all about that funk. Y'all about, man, come on. To Regina Norman and Shannon Shea Butter. Let me tell y'all something. Them two, don't go nowhere, y'all. Please stay in this room. This is really, this means a lot. Them two share every DJ's page. They share all the time. They do not hate. They share all the time. I want to say to Miss Jennings. Miss Jennings is another one who shares everybody's page all the time. What up, Carla? What's up, Van? What's up, April? April is one of my students. Miss Jennifer. Someday, somehow, I will get to meet you. I met everybody that's actually been in my room and everything. Never get a chance to meet. I like to meet everybody, and you know, that's just me. That's just me. I just like to meet everybody. Andre, what's up, brother? Michael Peoples, what's up, bruh? To everybody who was listening to me earlier, and I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all took out, you know, and look, it's cold as hell outside. It is cold as hell outside. Michael, my boy Michael, one of the best dancers in the city of Detroit. If y'all have not seen this guy dance and still got it, we've been doing this for years. So, you know, we had a group together. Mike's still doing it. Mike has not lost a step. Has not lost a step. To my homegirl, Sexy Sauce. DJ Sexy Sauce, we're glad that you're okay. We're glad that you survived, and we're glad that you're still here with us. God bless you. God had his hands on you that night. I thank you. I thank God for sparing your life. I thank God for having his arms around you. I thank God that you're with us here today. That means a lot. Y'all, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff has happened this year. A lot of things has happened. We have lost soldiers. We have lost a lot of people, man. But you know, those people that's away from us, they up in heaven, and they just having a good time in heaven. They worshiping God, and that's what it is, man. What up, though? Loving life. What's happening? You know, I like to. Who else? All the DJs that came before me that made it possible for me to do what I do. Hump the Grinder, Jesse the Body, the Electrifying Mojo, Marvelous Marv, Captain Geek, Nat Morris, Rockin' Reg, come on, man, Gerald McBride, all these cats that's on these radio stations that made it possible for all of us to do what it is we do. I know it's so much many more DJs back in the day, Dwayne and the Mix Bradley, Kim James. I mean, man, I can keep going. Gary Chandler could be right up there with them. You know what I'm saying? Gary had to fill big shoes, y'all, when Jeff Mills left here. You know, cats that made it possible for us to do what it is what we do. DJ Fingers, DJ Zap, you know, all these guys, man, that took over and made it possible for all of us. I want to say to my man Nat Morris for putting the scene on TV. It was the highest rated show in the city of Detroit that it was beating out the local news. I want to say to R.J. Watkins for the new dance show. Henry Tyler, everybody at WGPR 107.5, the real 107.5, not this shit they got on the radio today. The 107.5 was back in the day when Mojo came on at 10 o'clock. You knew that you need to have your radio on at 10 o'clock because the mothership was landing. The mothership was landing at 12 midnight. MFA, the Midnight Funk Association, was going down. Let me tell y'all something, man. That's what it is. They made it possible for all of us to do what it is that we do. Period. I can go way back made it possible for all of us to do what we do. And I think it's time that all of us as DJs pay homage to Mojo, Nat Morris, Marvelous Marv, man, Rockin' Reds, all these guys that made it possible. All of us need to just pay homage to all of them. Dwayne and the Mix Bradley, Kim James, all these guys, man, they made it possible for us to do what we do. That's it. And those was the days you knew. Right on. You knew at 10 o'clock Mojo was coming on. You knew it. Everybody I know that was either in the summertime, you be on your porch. If Mojo told you to turn your porch light on because the mothership was landing, even though you knew it was like, you know what it was? Everybody I knew on my block had their light on. They was waiting for the mothership because Mojo would play Kraftwerk. He would play Clear. He would play all the electro funk tunes for a whole hour, have it mixed up. Then he'll play Prince for like a whole nother hour. He'll play Kraftwerk. He'll play all that stuff. Y'all knew Mojo was on one when he played that. Everybody waited for Mojo. Everybody waited for Mojo. Everybody. Right. 35, 35, 35. Mojo was the first one to start the versus battle. He was the first DJ in the city of Detroit and probably around the country to start the versus battle. He was the first one to have the 98 WJLB FM 98 mix of Beat It. Michael Jackson. He's the first one that did it. The first one that did it. Then he went on to WHYT 96.3 FM. You know what I'm saying? Mojo had us going, man. If I ever get a chance to meet Mojo, if he hears this, Mojo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Marvelous Marv, thank you. Thank you. Captain Geek, Nat Morris, thank you, man. Y'all really set the tone for Detroit radio. Nat Morris, WGPR, you made local teenagers at 17 years old, 18 years old. You made them local stars in the city of Detroit. You made them local. Made them local. They were local stars. People over in Canada. I remember hanging out with my brother over in Canada. I mean, they man, girls was all over him because they recognized him from the scene. That's what the scene did. That's what the scene did for local teenagers in the city of Detroit. Made stars like Moses, D.I.'s, my brother, all the Prince lookalikes. You know what I'm saying? Keith. All these guys made them local stars. Harold and Robert, Andre Hines, his brother. I mean, come on, man. I can keep going. I can keep going. Cheryl Peoples, Lorenzo. They was on Dance Fever and Soul Train. They were stars. You know? What up, Ray Ray? What's up, bruh? All these cats that was on the scene back in the day. Can't forget LaWanda. LaWanda is known all over LaWanda known all over the city of Detroit. Everybody know who LaWanda is. Then she was on stage with Kim. Everybody know who LaWanda is. She can't go nowhere without nobody recognizing who she is. She's a local celebrity. Fast Freddy. Who can we forget Fast Freddy? He was in the GQ book. And working at Man Oh Man at Northland and at Max Screens at Northland. But y'all don't know. I go back. Y'all already know. I go way back. Nichols Nightclub and located in the Southfield Plaza. The Red Parrot. Cheeks. Come on, man. I can keep going with all the nightclubs. Detroit had nightclubs every Friday and Saturday. Before you went out on Friday, you went to Northland and picked you up an outfit. The brothers either went to Oak Tree or Max Greens, JW's, or whatever the case may be. The women went to Scott's Gregory, all that other stuff. Mary Ann's, Winkleman's, you know, Gantos. I know about all that. The Wild Pair, brothers can go in there with $100 and get 2 pairs of shoes for under $100. I already know the Cotton Club, all this stuff. I already know. I can keep going. I can keep going. Max Greens, Oak Tree. Man, oh man was for the ballers back in the day. If you had a lot of money, Man on Man was the store you went in. If you didn't have a lot of money, you went to Oak Tree or Max Greens. That's where you went. You dig? That's how you did that. You know? The techno pioneers, Derek May, Kevin Saunders, Juan Atkins, 1982, Clear Drops. Mojo was the first DJ to play it on the radio. Them the three brothers, the only three brothers out of the city of Detroit that went to Germany. You dig? R9, Alleys of Your Mind, all that. Flag Brothers. Who remember the record Frequency 7? Who remember that record when Mojo used to play that record? Who remember that? Los Hermanos, maybe I need to go in the studio and make that. Make Memoirs Part 2. Who remember that? Frequency 7. Come on, y'all. All that. All of that. This is Detroit history. I've been around. Detroit history. Who remember the record Wheel Me Out by Was Not Was? Out Come the Freaks. Who remember that? B-52s. Mojo was the first one. The first DJ in Detroit that made it cool for white music to be played when you knew it was an all-black station. He made it cool for us to listen to the B-52s. Planet Claire, Rock Lobster, Mesopotamia. Come on, man. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. And then when Purple Rain dropped, Mojo, man, he would play When Doves Cry for a solid 30 minutes. Who remember that? I remember all of that. Everything. All of it. Who remember when 107.5 was beating the shit out of WJLB? WJLB back in the day couldn't even hang with 107.5. Because 107.5 was killing the game back in the 80s and the late 70s. They was killing it. Let's go back. My boy Michael said the real 107.5 WGPR. J.C. Cage, Marvelous Marv. He had Footy, Ron O.J., The Electrifying Mojo, R.J. Watkins, Nat Morris. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nat Morris. Henry Tyler, Hump the Grinder, Willie Cool, Tough Terry Nicholson, other legendary DJs, Gary Chandler, Kim James, Dwayne the Mix Bradley, Stacy Hot Wax Hell, Donnie Lovebug Simpson, Fred Goree, Jay Bluesman Butler, Charles Hicks, Billy T, Mason, etc. R.A.P. to Donna Faye, Butterball Jr., Claude Young, and Chris McClendon. Come on, y'all. That's Detroit. Tune Up Man. And he's still on the radio. He's on the bounce, 105.1. Tune Up been doing radio for years. 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 I met Tune Up Man about 2 or 3 times, and that's a cool brother. He been on the radio, still doing radio. That brother probably been doing radio for about 30-some odd years. Yeah, Los Hermanos, I need to come in the studio and do a Memoirs Part 2. I'm not no poet, but I can get on there. You give me a funky beat. You give me a funky beat. Now I get on there, do some things. My sister's in the room. Mary, what's up? That's what it is. 107.5 was beating the hell out of every radio station on Detroit radio. On Detroit radio. They had all the DJs, but I'm going to tell you the one that stuck out to me, Mojo, besides Mojo, was Nat Morris to me. Because Nat Morris was on radio as Captain Geek, and Nat Morris will tell you, sugar is sugar, salt is salt. If your ass didn't get off today, it's not our fault. Nat Morris is telling you, look, we got the hottest dance show on television. If you didn't come in here and dance your ass off, you didn't get off, you didn't have fun, that's not our fault. It's your damn fault. You dig? You understand? That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. And I thank God for all of them. I thank God that they made it possible for all of us, DJs, dancers, or whatever. I thank them for allowing us, for y'all to making the way for us, for y'all paving the way for us. Underground Resistance. A lot of people don't forget Underground Resistance. Putting out hits after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. My favorite track from Underground Resistance is Timeline. Dunch, 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 dunch. That. My favorite record from Underground Resistance. These cats do not play no games. Them boys about their business. Mike Banks about their business. You dig? That's 313. That's Detroit history, y'all. We don't even talk about the clubs that Detroit had. Who remember before it became legends? Who remember that club called Chassis? Used to be open on Sunday nights downtown on Larned Street or Congress, one of them, right across the street from Sweetwater Restaurant. Who remember that? Yep, Jamerson. Who remember Chassis on Sunday nights? Who remember Maxie's? Come on, man, let's go. Who remember Maxie's? Used to bang up in that boy. Nichols Lounge at Southfield Plaza. Before it became Nichols, it was the Red Parrot. Who remember that? Yes, sir. Cheeks. Man, come on. The Warehouse. Let's go. Who remember that club that used to be on the boat? It used to be called the Lansdowne Boat. It became the Baja Beach Club. Who remember that? Who remember Sting on 8 Mile? Who remember that? Yep, Mojo came to the airways in 1977, y'all. Mojo has changed the way everybody listens to music. Mojo was responsible to me for all of that. The Climax, the lady Lola's, come on, y'all. Babes on 6 Mile, and I stayed down the street from Babes. Babes used to be bumping. The Vault. Detroit nightclubs, bro, on Friday and Saturday. This is how it went down. You get off work on Friday, you try to hit the barbershop on 7 Mile. All the barbershops on 7 Mile are always packed. You get your hair cut. Then you went, after you did that, you went to Northland. You got you an outfit to wear. You got you some shoes. Then you went home, you ate, you washed your ass, and then you know you're getting ready for the night. You start getting ready around about 9:30, quarter to 10. You're getting hooked up around by 11 o'clock. You out the house. You get to the club. Get your $5 or $10 out ready. Going in there, and then you get in there and you party. All of that. Harpo's, Rooster Tail. Oh, I remember Intravest. I remember that club. So that's what I remember about Detroit. I remember all of that, y'all. I remember seeing Stacy Hot Wax Hill at the Warehouse, the first lady I seen play house music. Killing the game. She was upsetting a lot of niggas, boy. Killing the game. Luomos off East 7 Mile. Come on, man. Who remember the high school parties when you in the 9th grade? You having the high school parties in the gym. Who remember when the scene dancers used to visit the high schools? Who remember that? Foxy's, the Blue Note, all these clubs, y'all. Detroit was the #1 party city. You had cats from Chicago, all over the country coming to Detroit to party because they knew Detroit got down. So I say all that to say this, man. Detroit got a hell of a history. Hell of a history. Can't nobody play house music, techno music, R&B, funk, hip-hop music like Detroit can. Can't nobody do it. Can't nobody do it. Detroit, thank you for the history. I don't care what they say about our city. They always try to put a negative vibe on our city. But our city, we have a wealth of talent, a wealth of history. Oh, yeah, we did dominate Baja Beach Club, Maxi Babes, Climax, Legends, the Michigan Inch, or Introvest, the Detroit, oh, yeah, the Detroit West Club, the Warehouse, oh, my God, Club Taboos, where he saw Prince walking past him in person, where he said, I pat him on his shoulder, and his bodyguard on Purdue, on Purple Rain, was complaining he was cool. See, that's history. Okay, let's go. Hey, Mike, we're going to go back even further. Mike, remember when you meet Detroit Batman and the Click when we had them talent shows? And guess what the place that we used to have those talent shows at, y'all? The Latin Quarters off the East Grand Boulevard. The Latin Quarters. Where you, man, come on. Come on. Latin Quarters, man. Not that far from Underground Resistance record label. Come on. These was the days where you can go on a Friday and Saturday night, all the clubs will be open. You have about $20 or $30 in your pocket. Those are the days where clubs are $5 or $10 to get in. What about Charles Hicks, the legendary Charles Hicks, and the legendary Soul Night at the State Theater? It used to be called Clubland. Charles would have about 2,000-3,000 people in that boy, packed. That's when I first saw Gary Chandler on the ones and twos. Under Goldfinger Productions, yup. So nice. Packed. I think it used to be on Tuesdays or Mondays or Tuesdays, one of them. He would have it on an odd night. And yeah, I think it was on the Mondays, I think it was. On an odd night. And it would be 2,000 plus people in there. Packed. And you went in there dressed to impress. You would have your hair, if you had a high top fade, you almost had a curl in it. You had the pump waves. You in there suited and booted. You go in there, by the time you leave there, your suit is sweated, your perm and grease, Jerry curl grease all over your face, all that. Yep. So nice with Tuesday nights. That's right, at the State Theater. He would have it on Tuesday nights, and it'll be a line around the block. Charles Hicks. And he just did a soul night recently, and that boy was banging. Those are days I wish we could just turn back the clock and go back to the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and just hit the clubs. It was good music. New Jack Swing was coming in. Great music. I mean, come on, man. Hip-hop was hip-hop. You know what I mean? It was just awesome. So, the Garden Theater where Carl Thomas performed, yup, that's where he had it at. I mean, I went to Garden Theater for the first time. That place is off the chain, bruh. Black owned. So, I'm going to say this. thanks to everybody, man, who continue to listen and allow me to do my thing. And you guys are awesome. It took me years to learn this craft. Mike, my boy Mike can tell you, we will rehearse for hours on end learning the craft. And it took me a lot of years to learn how to do this. And what's up, Zap? Stay in the room, Zap. Took me a lot of years to learn how to DJ, y'all. And it was hard. It was hard to learn how to do what it is that God has blessed me to do. It was extremely hard. Buying records, going to record time, going in there with $100, you coming out of there with about damn near $20 left, maybe 10, because you didn't spend your money on 12-inch cuts, but you had to have it. You know? Back in the early 90s, it was 3 guys ruling radio. 3 guys ruling the airways when it came to mix shows. It was Gary Chandler, Fingers, and DJ Zap, the Junglist, was ruling early 1990s radio. Gary would be on JLB. I think Zap, I don't know if he was on 102 or 105, one of those radio stations. And y'all ruled radio. Y'all ruled radio. It was unbelievable in those times. Unbelievable. And if y'all think those guys have lost it, you're sadly mistaken, because those guys still doing their thing. I really wish if I was a guy who's a time traveler, can turn back the clock and bring those guys back on the radio and have them to do what they did back in the late 80s, early 90s, and get on the radio and do what they did and bring those memories back. Play all the booty music, all the real hip-hop music, not this trap garbage that they playing today. The real hip-hop music, you know? That's you know, those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days. I remember before we went out, you dig, if you needed to get your hair cut and you getting off work, you didn't go home. You went straight to the barbershop. The barbershop be packed, full of cats waiting to get their high top faded up. And then you went home, you went to the Barber Beauty Supply. You went and picked up that fresh perm, that fresh conch. You put it in your head. Even though you didn't scratch your head, you put it in there. You put that grease around your head, and in your head, you put that fresh conch on top of your hair. And then when you get through, you had those curls. And then what you did was, if your hair was super long, you had your mama or somebody else trim their hair up, so you want to have your fade looking tight. I miss those days. I miss those days. Yup. We had the best pump, man. Our waves used to be hooked up. So, peace out, y'all. Maybe I need to make me a record called Memoirs Part 2. Now, I'm not a spoken word artist or nothing like that, but mad shouts out to my boy DJ Sparrow. Memoirs of Detroit Volume 1. Los Hermanos put a hell of a record together. That record banged. So, Detroit now is gentrified now. I mean, I don't even recognize Detroit no more. It's like a whole different whatever the hell. And And when I'm downtown Detroit, I walk around and I just go downtown and just look at what was. So let's not forget about DJ Hump the Grinder, the Hair Wars, Little Willie, and the other little, God rest his soul. My homegirl who always hosted the shows. All the different type of hairstyles. You knew if you went to a Hair Wars, you had to be dressed to the nines going up in there. You had to be dressed. And Hump the Grinder still doing Hair Wars after over 30 years. Those are memories, y'all. So, again, Mojo, thank you. Captain Geek, Nat Morris, y'all really took Detroit. Everybody at the real 107.5, y'all took Detroit on a hell of a journey. Y'all took Detroit on a hell of a journey. And y'all made legends out of these teenagers in Detroit. Y'all had a dance show that rocked the city. Because anytime that local news like Channel 2, WJBK, before they became Fox 2, you guys were beating out the 6 o'clock news every day, Monday through Friday. Yes, sir. So, if I ever see Nat Morris again, I'm going to let him know how much he's appreciated. If I ever get a chance to meet Mojo, let him know how much he have. If I had the chance to meet all of the DJs that made on WGPR that turned this city upside down, man, WGPR back in the day was the station. I don't like this new shit they got out now. It's garbage. But 107.5 back in the day was the station. Was the station. They did their thing. And they made, man, look, come on. So, peace, y'all. Thank y'all so much.